Board of Supervisors here in Monona County. Thank you all for coming. I want to thank the Reese family for their generous donation today in helping preserve a vital part of Monona County. Located along the scenic byway here. Anybody knows me, I'm very brief and to the point. It's a stunning donation. I mean, you don't see that very often. Next up is Anita O'Gara, and I'll turn it over to her. She's with the Iowa National Heritage Foundation.
Thank you very much. It's a real honor for me to be here on this special day. An honor to be a part of honoring the past of this place and how it has helped to have a family living on the land and with the land for so many years, and to celebrate how so many people will now be able to come out and be a part of being on this land and with this land on into the future. It's a great transition day to celebrate. And transitions like that are at the heart of the Iowa Natural Heritage Foundation that I work for. We are a statewide nonprofit conservation organization. Our mission is to protect and restore Iowa's land, water, and wildlife. And one important way we do that is to permanently protect important natural areas like this one. And what you see here is an amazing partnership that we were in the middle of. We were able to purchase this land from Reese Homestead, and then it helped to raise the money and then transfer a portion of it to the County Conservation Board and a portion of it to the Iowa Department of Natural Resources, so that that partnership will be the one that helps sustain this land into the future, along with the land next to it, the Loess Hills Wildlife Area that it adjoins, that the DNR also cares for and shares with others. We do a lot of land protection projects. In 32 years, we've done about 900 of them. And I want to tell you why this one is different. This one I love because it has such a sense of place and such a place of wholeness, that here on this one site, you have the feeling of home because it has been a home. And you can picture the people on this land, not just the wildlife, not just the prairie plants, not just the wetland. It has all of those things. And it has the people feeling of the place as well. It's important for people to understand we are a part of nature, and nature is a part of us. Nature isn't something in isolation over there somewhere. And those of us who live in the city, it's hard for us to remember that sometimes. And the more technological we get, hooked in 24/7 with our stuff, it's hard to remember that we are a part of nature, and we need to be a part of nature. So what I love about this place is not just that this action is permanently protecting the native prairie, which is so rare and so precious, and creating public spaces, but that there will be memories made here, just as they have been in the past. And I especially love to think of the young people who will come here, whether they come as school groups or whether they come with their families, and be able to explore here and feel a part of this place and feel a part of nature here. This is a fabulous thing I need to thank a couple of people for. From being in the middle of this, we saw this great partnership come together, and I want to thank the Board of Supervisors, John and the others, for stepping up and saying yes, they will help to, as a county, take care of this place and share it with others. Also the Iowa Department of Natural Resources, which struggles every day to do more and more with less and less, and yet are taking on the responsibility to help care for this place and share it. I want to thank some of the donors who help make this possible. Those of you who support Iowa Natural Heritage Foundation, thank you, because it's your support year after year that helps us do these things. How many of you gave funds directly to this project to help make it happen? Thank you. And every time you guys are here, you'll feel a special sense of satisfaction because you know you helped make it happen. I want to especially thank a couple of the larger private donors involved in this. The Pheasants Forever. Who's here from Pheasants Forever? Thank you. You helped in many ways over the years as we put this together. And the Loess Hills Alliance. Thank you to the Loess Hills Alliance, whose commitment to this project over the last 3 years also provided leadership to help make this happen. The Nature Conservancy put the first layer of protection on this place when they accepted a donation of a conservation easement from the family, even before they started talking about making it a public space. So we owe them a debt of gratitude too, because they will also be partners and watching over what happens on this land into the future. And especially we want to thank the family for making this choice. They could have chosen any number of things to do with this land, and what they chose was to be patient enough for this partnership and this fundraising to happen to make this a public space and to retain the family identity on this property. And I want to introduce one of them to you right now to say a couple words. This is Joe Reese Nelson.
My siblings allowed me to speak for them, but I want to introduce them too, because we came to consensus as this is what we needed to do to care for this land. Christy Zart Tews, Karen Reese Nelson, and David Zart. Karen Reese Bird. Can't remember my own sister's name. Okay. We are all connected to the lands of our ancestors. And in a way, we belong to the land, not it belongs to us. For our family, the 150 years that our ancestors lived on this land have made this land a spiritual home for us. And we feel responsible to make sure that it is cared for forever. Our great-grandfather, R.T. Richard Thomas Reese, and his wife Henrietta were the first persons of European descent to be a part of this piece of land. And 3 generations of our family were born and raised on it. R.T. and Henrietta established the homestead, first with a home on the bottom, next to the Little Sioux, after which they built the big house. Howard and Nellie Jo Reese, our grandfather and grandmother, sacrificed during the Depression of the 1930s. They moved to Turin in order to keep the homestead. Don and Luella Reese, our parents, were farmers and environmentalists. They would be immensely proud of what we've done. We are delighted that the public will have the opportunity to enjoy and learn from this land in the future. With this dedication, we charge the Iowa Natural Heritage Foundation, the Iowa Department of Resources, and the Monona County Conservation Board with the responsibility to be the stewards of this heritage, along with the Nature Conservancy, who holds an easement on the property to protect it as well. And thank you very much. And I would like to introduce Doug Chaffa, who represents the Iowa Department of Natural Resources.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and participating in this celebration. I know it's been a long road of making it all come together, but I can definitely speak for my crew. The Department of Natural Resources has some big shoes to fill to follow up what your family's done here during your time, and we'll strive to honor that. One thing that's particularly striking about this property is how it's connected. Not only the Missouri River bottoms to the hills, but it's also part of the special landscape area and adds to the existing protection of the Loess Hills ecosystem. And I'm sure, as all of you know, the biodiversity is much easier to protect in these large, complex, and intact places rather than small fragments. So with that, I guess that was the main thing I wanted to add. The public use of the area, I think, is going to be great. There's going to be a lot of people that are out here for environmental education and photography, and everything from plant studies to bird watching. And there's going to be some tremendous turkey and deer hunting here, as you guys well know. I think it's going to be a great thing for the public to experience. And if everyone here could spread the word to your circles of people you know, share your photos, share your experiences, and invite them to join us out here in Loess Hills. With that, I'd like to introduce Craig Hartman from the Monona County Conservation Board. Craig's the chair, and he's been instrumental in making this all come together.
Well, I would like to say this is a good day. It's a good day for all of us. I would like to thank all of you out there that have been part of this project and those who are not here. But I especially like to thank our director, Doug Kuhlman, because I think his focus through this whole process and his ability to overcome the roadblocks that have occurred, this project wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Doug's relentlessness to making this happen. Every time I've been out this place since it's become our project, I look around and I think about what's possible, what can happen here, what's the continuation of this whole process. I like to think that this is just the beginning. Our board has spoke about a nature center as a possibility where buses of school kids can come out here and learn to not take for granted what a unique and beautiful area we live in. And also where we can have workshops like the Prairie Seminar, other type of conferences and that. We talk about doing like a meeting hall, being able to do something like that, where Pheasants Forever could have banquets, where there could be wedding receptions and graduation parties that could be shared with everybody in the county in different aspects. That would be something. But I would also like to challenge everybody else to look around and think about what you think's possible, because we would like to be, share your ideas with us, because we, the more people that think about what is possible, the better of a facility we're going to wind up with. I guess when I was thinking about what I was going to say today, I thought, what would be the ultimate goal of having this place? And I guess what I thought about was, if we could get the parents of the area kids to constantly harp on their parents about coming out here to this place and enjoying it, that's our future, is the children, and having them come out and enjoy this. We have to make them appreciate as much as we all do here. Thank you.
We have a donor sign that will be up permanently out here, and we'd like to unveil that at this time. Can I have the family step forward to help with this? And Doug, or who all needs to be in on this? You guys get in the center here.
Take it off.
So we've got a couple pictures here of the site. It says RT Reese Homestead, dedicated June 3rd, 2012. This was the home of the Reese family from 1856 until the family arranged for permanent protection of 280 acres through the Iowa Natural Heritage Foundation in 2010. Native prairie and woodland were added to the state Loess Hills Wildlife Management Area. Monona County now cares for the restored wetland and the homestead that serves as an interpretive site. And we have the major donors listed on the sign. Thank you to all of you who made this wonderful place be a new home in the hills for all of us. Everyone got the pictures they wanted? Okay. All right. Thank you so much for coming. You want to announce about someone going to announce about the hikes? We have 2 hikes planned. Derek Christoffel, do you see Derek? Oh. There's Derek, is going to lead a hike over in the wetland. And Tom Rosberg, can you raise your hand, Tom, back here, is going to lead a hike up into the hills. Straight up, Tom? Straight up into the hills. So feel free to gather around these guys and go explore with them. They're both